While we did cover a lot of different pre-sales recently, mostly because they're the highest chance after launch to perform quite well, today we're gonna focus on something more, you could say pre-sale, but also meme-based and more light-hearted, where the idea and the quality behind it drives the token mainly. Now, we have seen Bitcoin going up, down, mostly sideways. We're pretty much at the exact same stage as we have been last month. However, memes, especially the ones that are mostly focused on different narratives, especially things with visual familiarity, anything Doge-based, Pepe, you know Pepe the frog, dog with hat is a dog with hat, anything that people can come behind without even fully understanding it, right? Whether this one is English, Russian, Turkish, it doesn't matter. It's a dog with a hat. We all understand what it means and what it's supposed to be. And memes, especially when there are a couple green days on the market, can go from like 26 cents over here up to almost 50 cents within like a couple days, where hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in market cap simply get added to the token because it's time again to buy. So if there's any sort of good news for Bitcoin where it goes up by like 5%, these things go up by like 70% out of nowhere. That, coupled with the idea of pre-sales where you get into before the token officially launches, before TGE, gives you not just the exposure to a token that is in the right category, but also the option to benefit from that at an even lower price than it is going to be in the future. As I always like to remind people of, whether it's Ethereum, it's Aster, it's Hyperliquid, all these tokens, if we look at the chart when they got released, they had their own ICO, they had their pre-sale, and they were sold for like $1 a piece, $1.30 originally. August 18th, 11 years ago, that was at $1.28. Would have been a good time to get into ETH. And obviously the same can happen for other tokens. You know, it's not financial advice, but you get the idea, you get the mindset. Especially when the market is looking all right and is on its way back up. Now, why that? Simple. In 2 weeks from now, depending on when you see the video, in 2 weeks from now, there is going to be Valentine's Day, which this year is on a Sunday. So it's perfect for people to celebrate. And as Mona suggests, even if you just search for that on Google, it is the most known character in Genshin Impact. We mean the most known picture in the world. If you think about art, you probably think about the Mona Lisa, drawn by Da Vinci, sit in the Louvre in France, and there's even, right next to it, a Mona monkey, funny enough. But main angle here is for Mona to be recognizable as pretty much every person ever heard about that, I would assume. Plus it makes for a pretty good association to it with valuable art, history, all based on the name. The token that they're selling in their current private sale is called Mona, which is up here. I'll show you how to get into that later on, but in short, it's Solana based. You connect your wallet and then swap your Solana for tokens. They also have their audit listed over here, just a couple pages, on which we see that the entire supply is going to be 10 billion tokens, with the address being released soon. Developed on Solana, complies with the SPL standard, designed for high-speed, low-fee transactions within the Zeno Pay ecosystem. There's no transfer fee, no restrictions on transactions, no additional mint function, as that is disabled, can't be frozen, can't be closed. It's transferable without external hooks while being immutable for balance change, meaning it's set up in a way as a token should be for a pre-sale. So there's no minting authority, no immutable contract logic, no external dependencies, with a locked zero fee mechanism behind it. And instead of giving you like 50 different pages and 200 comics of what they could be, it's a very simple idea. Support the story, support a love meant to last forever, get the token, it's recognizable, simple to understand name, and they tend to perform best. Now, if we think back to Peanut, which I hope is going to break out again once we have an actual bull run, it's a squirrel named Peanut. That was the idea. Turned out pretty well with like a couple billion in market cap at its peak, 5 billion in volume alone. It just has to be a good idea that catches on, and that's all there is to it. Now, for that private sale, you gotta click on Connect Wallet and use a Solana based wallet, which means in this case, I get Phantom, connect that, hit connect in the top right corner. You will then see if you put in one token, that will give you 10 million tokens as of right now. Again, 10 billion is the entire supply. And that is during the private sale where there's a fixed Solana to Mona token ratio before the volatility in the public market begins, making it so that you can secure your position at a fixed rate right now. There's also a 10% affiliate program behind it. So if you or somebody else wants to buy through a link, you get 10% in additional rewards just for that. And if you would like to get into that as well, links to everything, of course, down below. You know it's not financial advice. And as they only accept Solana as it seems right now, maybe if you have stable coins, you might need to swap it to Solana first before you make any transactions. But as always, I'll keep you updated on how things in here go. So if you want something simple, quality-based, with a recognizable name that is still in its private sale before it goes public, this might be something for you. Links to everything down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.